These families will only succeed if the head of the household is directly involved in the Reformation process.
For 3 generations, American fathers have been unusually negligent in providing spiritually for their families. This negligence is a denial of the faith. It's not just destructive of individual families, it's destructive of civilization because of the ways it weakens one of the foundational doctrines of Christianity, the doctrine of the family, which is just very simply the multi-generational, increasingly mature family unit led by dads who lead in submission to the law of God. Dads must put good doctrine into practice, showing their families what to believe and how to believe, how to obey Jesus Christ, and how to disciple others. When fathers fail their families in this, it's a double tragedy. It's double tragedy because fathers cannot escape the fact that they are leaders. When they fail to lead properly, they are leading improperly. When they fail to teach good doctrine, they are teaching bad doctrine. So every culture in the world needs to be asking this question: what theological doctrines are fathers teaching their families every day? So in America, by default and by cowardice, fathers have been teaching something we might call the doctrines of government patriarchy, which hold that the government should be the leading patriarch of society. The dad should become more compliant, less masculine, more blindly submissive to the state, that they should keep the church culturally impotent and keep their families culturally powerless. This is the theology passive dads are inadvertently teaching their children every day in America. They have reinforced these doctrines so well that a traditionally Christian family or a traditionally Christian culture is now a foreign concept and even an uncomfortable idea. So this is why many American viewers looking at this documentary will not know what to think about the families they've just seen, and they may even be offended by the functional biblical home.
In the functional biblical home, each role is unique and important. Daughters can become an even more dynamic part of the family when they are trained and when they are given something to do.
Daughters can and do respond to a big vision of reformation, not just family reformation, but cultural reformation. Once they learn that women are critically important in the building of civilizations, they see a purpose in life that is stimulating. The family makes sense, and the function of the family to make disciples of all nations comes into clearer focus. I remind fathers that they need to love their daughters and train their daughters for what is truly important. I remind fathers that there's forgiveness for the past, grace for the present, and hope for the future. And I ask dads, what are you doing today for your daughter's heart and her soul and her vision? What are you doing to help her become the kind of girl who says, "Dad, tell me more about what is important. Tell me more about how I can strengthen and preserve the faith and extend it to many future generations once I'm married. Help me get ready for the calling of womanhood. Help me identify a real man and a real leader I can work with as my life work. A husband who understands leadership like you do, Dad, who recognizes the high office of womanhood and motherhood, and who knows what it means to lay his life down for me like you do, who knows how to protect me and provide for me like you do, who knows how to lead gently and sacrificially and patriarchally like you do." Well, I can tell you there are fathers and daughters out there right now who have this kind of relationship, and it's getting better year by year. And also, there are young men out there who are very intrigued by this for the right reasons.
We have hope for the future. All of us are in a challenging position of trying to rebuild a family culture on ruins. Every girl can pray for and work towards biblical family life in her future family.